Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 181. My name is Jason Erpelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com. Remember the dash to save the cash, and Buy and Sell DVC.com.
And today is July 24th, 2024. So your 7th month window is going to be June 24th, 2025. And the 7th month window is February 24th, 2025. As always, if you're looking to rent points or rent out your DVC points, it's DVC-Rental.com. Remember the dash to save the cash. And if you're looking to sell your property or purchase a property, it's buy and sell DVC.com. And we're going to start on the buy and sell side of things. And we're going to talk about something, maybe if you're saying, why are you talking about something that's not positive? Hey, we have to bring to light everything that we find out. So here was the question that we asked. It was, is there one DVC resort you thought you would love, but stayed there once and haven't returned? And it was also said you don't necessarily want to bash the resort, but you just like other resorts better. Now, there were 234 comments on this in under 24 hours. So I'm just going to read some of the comments.
All 234 of them. Buckle in. This is going to be a 6-hour episode, folks.
But I'm going to leave out the names for the people just in case you're trying to go after them. So,
I have the names on here so I can see who's saying this.
So the first one was, it just said, Polly, I know I'm in the minority. I'll do it for like a night, but that's it. Next one, Beach Club. We stayed there 2 times, and Yacht Club for 1 night during a split stay. Don't get the hype at all. It's great if you love World Showcase, but it's pretty spread out if you're in a DVC room, and the food options, especially if you had seafood allergies, are so limited. I think it's a good idea to read these because, again, there's some people that will, like when you get on the internet, and again, the internet, of course, is not everybody sharing their every thought at every minute, like what some people think it is. So it's like, some people will grab, this, and then they think that's just the way it is. Like, that's where I got to stay because this person,
But I've seen that before in the past where people go, well, I have to stay on the monorail. I'm going to Disney. I have to be on the monorail. And there is no talking them out of it. There's nothing will change their mind. They've never been to Disney before, but they read, I have to be on the monorail. So that's all that's locked into their mind. So maybe something like that. This is a good idea.
And then here's this says Boardwalk. I'm from Jersey. The rooms just look like some old lady's shore house. White,
Boardwalk.
White, long, ugly cupboard hallways. I'll check it out again post-remodel. I felt this way about Saratoga Springs before they redid the rooms. The old rooms felt so old and musty. Now it's beautiful. I didn't expect to love it so much post-remodel, but I do. Didn't expect to love Old Key West. Didn't love it. We were in the back by the road, and the road noise took me right out of the Disney bubble. Another beach club, and it says, don't come at me, people, LOL. The swimming area is too much for younger kids, very deep areas, very spread out, and the slide entrance is across a walkway. When our son is older, we would return. Yep. And then, this one, this says Animal Kingdom was a big letdown for me since we booked a Savannah room and saw 0 animals.
Really?
That's hard to believe. I will probably try it again sometime, but the small studio, sofa bed, dark decor, long hallways, and bustling transportation are all reasons that I'm in no rush to go back there. Here,
I've always seen a lot of animals. I don't know if something happened, and the
Right.
weather was bad, and they didn't come out. I don't know, but like I've had Savannah View rooms. I've always seen tons of animals. So I'm sorry you ran into that.
The Riviera. It's beautiful, but we just didn't feel like we fit in. It was too fancy. Yeah. We also didn't like Old Key West. Maybe it was because we were on the 3rd floor and far away from the bus stop icy machine. Grand Floridian for me. I do love staying there for a night or two during the holidays, but I just find the hotel to be overrated.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm trying to, let's see. Oh man, this says Polly was awful. After it was my top bucket list resort. We were shocked at how much we loved Saratoga after all the hate it gets.
I gotta tell you, everybody's sitting there. People have said that they hated Boardwalk, love Saratoga, hated Poly, love Saratoga. Saratoga is getting love here, and nobody's mentioning that they dislike Saratoga. I mean, obviously, we had 234 comments. You didn't bring all 234 here, but a lot of love for Saratoga, surprisingly. Good job.
So I think I'm going to stop there before I'm reading too many comments. But I mean, it's
There's only one left. Read the last one.
It says Bay Lake. It just feels too much like a regular hotel to me.
I've thought that sometimes in the past too. I felt that I like Bay Lake Tower. The location's fantastic, but I felt like it was just like a Westin. Like you walk in, it's a very nice resort, but it just didn't have like Disney feel to me, and it was very sterile and contemporary, and it just wasn't my thing. And Bay Lake wasn't my thing. I've probably stayed there 6 times. So I mean, I still go back, and I absolutely love like 2-bedroom overlooking with the theme park view. Absolutely beautiful. So I think it probably also depends on the room that you get. If you get a studio and you go, oh, this is a small efficiency, I don't like it. If you had stayed in the 2-bedroom theme park view, you might be singing a different story, because I know that's happened with me too. I'm not a huge fan of Bay Lake Tower, but I know you've been the Grand Villa at Bay Lake Tower, and that's a pretty amazing room. So it probably just depends also what room you stay in. I just thought of that because I've stayed at Bay Lake Tower. It's not my favorite, but the ones overlooking the theme park are pretty darn nice.
But I mean, I still think, like, if you're one of those families that really know nothing about Disney at all, like, and you just say, I want to dip my toes and come from Ohio for a 3-night stay, I still think that if you came and stayed at Bay Lake Tower and just went to Magic Kingdom every day, like, I still think that you would love it. Like, because you're just walking right to Magic Kingdom, walking back, walk over to the Contemporary. You could ride around the monorail for fun, but maybe that's just me with a wrong opinion. But
that's, again, I've mentioned in past episodes that there's something for everyone, and if you don't like Bay Lake Tower, there's somewhere else you'll like. Or if you didn't like Poly, check out Boardwalk. If you didn't like Boardwalk, Saratoga was what you enjoyed. It's different strokes, everybody, and again, one of the things I absolutely love about Disney is just the flexibility of the system. Other timeshares, you got to go a certain time of the year and you're staying at this resort. With Disney, you come for 1 night, come for 20 nights. It's a 3 nights in a 1-bedroom, 2 nights a studio, whatever you want. It's so flexible. Switch resorts, it's wonderful.
And again, I'm not really trying to bash other programs, and maybe it's just because I'm uneducated on other programs. But it's like, if someone like is in the Marriott program and you talk to them, a lot of times they're just talking about they bought in at a certain resort and that's the resort they go to. They don't talk about sleep around resorts like DVC members do. They just don't do it. It's not in their vocabulary or how they use their membership. They're just usually going to one resort and that's it. And now we're on to the food review of the week. And I will tell you, if you missed this part on Facebook, let us know if there is a DVC resort that you would stay at, you thought you would love, but you're probably not going to go back.
Yeah, add it in the comments. If there's one you like or don't like, let us know. All right.
Food review.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
For today's food review, I still have a bunch of these. I am in Disneyland still at the Carnation Cafe on Main Street. And I got the braised short rib with house-made mac and cheese, seasonal vegetables. Mine were just green beans for $24, which was a great price, as this would have probably been, I thought this would be 50% more expensive at Disney World. And everything I've had at Disneyland, I've always said, it's like Disney World prices, but add a couple dollars. This one for $24 was, I thought, a steal for Disneyland. Everything on my plate was delicious. The only small complaint is that maybe the macaroni and cheese could have had a little bit more cheese on it. It wasn't especially cheesy, but still very, very good. Short rib was cooked perfectly, nice and soft. I would definitely get this again, and especially it's such a great value. I give this an 8.4. I mean, this was, again, thrilled with this meal. Taste, did blow me away where it's like, my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever eaten, but super solid, and because thrifty, the price for $24 for braised short rib, very, very good deal. So very happy, fantastic choice at Carnation Cafe.
Now we're on to the DVC-Rental side of things.
For the rental side, I just kind of want to touch on some of the DVC destinations around the world. So, as everybody knows, Walt Disney World is part of DVC. It's 11 resorts across Disney World, all with different theming that we've been discussing. You know, you've got Grand Floridian with the Victorian theming, Animal Kingdom with the African theme. I mean, just it's all over the place. Lots of great options, whether you're looking out at animals or you're looking out at Magic Kingdom or you're looking over a golf course. There's options for everyone. They've also got the Disneyland Resort in California. It says, what was written down here says, experience West Coast magic at the villas at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, steps away from the Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure Park. That's where I just stayed again back in March. Absolutely love Grand Californian Hotel. Beautiful lobby also. Same architect that does Wilderness Lodge and Animal Kingdom. Some big open air lobby. Absolutely beautiful there. You've also got the brand new Disneyland Hotel. It says experience the Victorian charm, classic Disney experience right in the heart of the resort. Both have fantastic location. Grand Californian is definitely closer. It's right in the middle. It's right in the middle of the downtown Disney, right by both entrances to the parks. You know, California Adventure and Disneyland are right across from each other, so it's all right there. Disneyland Hotel's literally it's at the end of downtown Disney, so you have to walk through a little bit to get there. But still, I mean, it's a 5-minute walk through downtown Disney to get to the park. So absolutely fantastic location as well with that. And you've got Disney's Aulani in Hawaii. This is the only DVC resort I have not stayed at yet, but you get to escape to the paradise of Aulani in Ko'olina. The beachfront resort, stunning ocean views, character experiences, touch of Disney magic alongside the Hawaiian cultures, luxurious villas, breathtaking oceanfront lanais. I mean, I need to get here one day. Haven't made it yet. It's a long trip for us, but I will be there.
Let me ask you this: what's your opinion on going to an Aulani? Do you already have an opinion? Like in your mind, do you think, oh, this is going to be? Because I would say this: I'm just a little intimidated. Because like if you go into the Disney like Aulani planning Facebook group, I mean that's a little bit of an intimidating group because they have strong opinions in there saying you must do this, must do this. They could talk about towels on the chairs.
That is true. Yes, I have seen those posts recently. I never even really thought about that, but it is definitely the thought of just that long of a flight to get there and then. I feel like Aulani requires a lot of planning. You would expect it. You know, like Walt Disney World, you've got to plan stuff because you got to do the rides, you will be here at certain times, you have certain food, you got to make reservations. Aulani, you figure would just be kind of like a just laid back thing, but it seems like there's a lot of planning and a lot of stuff involved for Aulani as well.
Yeah, because they go into, you got to rent a car, you got to go here. Somebody complained because the whole time that they were there, it rained. And so, you know, I mean, it was... So I will tell you that because you know a couple of years ago I was all about we need to go to Aulani, and then it's like you dive in, and then it's like maybe it's one of those things where I shouldn't be reading the internet about it because
possibly I have not read it as much, so because we have not had any plans to like go there where I was like, all right, now I'm going to dive in and do extra research on it. But I am in that Aulani group, and I have seen the people complaining about the people waking up at literally 4:00 in the morning to go save chairs and. People go there by 6 a.m. and everything is already full, and it's.
And then now, so before COVID, I guess there was an adult-only pool. Then for whatever reason, once COVID started, then you know it wasn't that way anymore. But now, as we are filming this episode, I believe they went back to now it's an adult-only pool. So that was an issue as well. So
you're all up on your Aulani news. It's good. It's good because you can add this on here because I was now aware of the change of the pools.
So yes, the Aulani Facebook groups are very active. I mean, those people are, you know, and then I mean, again, it's very intimidating because it's like you want to request this room on this floor and this and this. It's like, well, if you're giving that to everybody, then like everyone's going to request the same room, like.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, somebody has to stay in the other room.
Exactly. A lot of the resorts have that. You know that, like like Kidani, everybody was, I want to be close to the lobby because there's long hallways. Well, everybody who comes in says, I want to be close to the lobby. Or anybody who stays at the Polynesian is going, in the Lakeview, I want to be on the second and third floors so I have the best view overlooking the fireworks. Well, that's what everybody wants. If everybody's putting in the same exact request, there's nobody else can have anything else.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have unlimited supply of those requests.
Yes. So next section is beyond the parks. Now, there's also Disney's Vero Beach. I'm not sure. I think Jason may have mentioned this in the past on the Atlantic coast here. And you've got South Carolina, you've got Disney's Hilton Head. I know that Cassandra from our team and Debbie from our team have done several of these South Carolina trips over the last year and a half or so, multiple times each, and they've absolutely loved their stays. I've got to get back there sometime soon.
I mean, I just want to mention, I am jealous of the Hilton. Now, you talk about Facebook group Alani to Hilton Head. Hilton Head is like the most
Mellow group
Facebook group ever. I mean, so there was one group over July 4th. They were going to have, they posted before they went, they were going to have 23 people for their July 4th trip. And they showed their setup along the beach where it looks like they have 6 tents going across. They said, come on out, come see us, whatever. I mean,
really, that's awesome.
To me, it's night and day. Alani and Hilton Head, like the Hilton
Head, a little rigid and a little crazy.
The Hilton Head people
like,
are
hey,
like,
man, grab a hammock, pull up.
The Hilton Head people are like
food for you. We
one big family,
That's awesome.
That's so I am very jealous of those people that are. I mean, they're just. bang, bang, bang. It's like they're going there every summer.
I got to get in that Hilton Head group. That sounds awesome.
Yes, you definitely do, because
I like that.
And then you're in that group, and then it's of all the different groups, that's the group with the most amount of people. I feel like go to Hilton Head, and then they buy a place there, move there, whatever the case may be. I mean, they just love it there.
We're going off topic a little bit, but actually we're really not, because that's one of the things I love about Vero as well. This is that people. Every single day they're going in these groups on Facebook going, hey, I just left my boogie boards in a cooler up on the 4th floor in the laundry room, and that people are just recycling the stuff. Here's some beach chairs, leave it for the next person. And they're little communities that really take care of each other. Not a lot of fighting or anything, just mostly passing stuff along and very welcoming, which is really nice to have.
And you don't have, again, from someone who's had experience at Vero Beach, you don't have the chair saving problem at Vero Beach. Like, it must just all work out that the people that are staying there, X amount of people use the pool, X amount of people use the beach, X amount of people travel around the area. Because it's just the chair saving, it's just not a problem.
Yeah, it's not very bad there at all. I always get there early in the morning because I always want one of the tables in the back with the umbrella. We're not big, sun people. We want to be like laying out and just getting a tan all day. So we normally like to have a table in the back with the umbrella so we could be in the shade, and also we could do work from there as well. So there's only, we'll say 20 tables with umbrellas. So I always go early to try to get one of those, but I always stay. We don't just like put stuff down and leave. I always stay. A lot of times when my family's getting ready still, I'm there, waiting at the gate at 8 a.m. for it to open, so I can just sit down and wait for the family to come down in 15 minutes or so. But all right, let's get back on here. Again, I've got a list here. Again, mentions, because I've touched on this just recently. Also, the variety of vacation styles, different room sizes for everybody, different views, just completely different vacations. Alani is going to be very different than staying at Bay Lake Tower, which is going to be very different than Grand Floridian. Like, everything's just very different. Also, with DVC, you can go and do global adventures. Combine your Disney Vacation Club membership with adventures around the world through Disney's Adventure by Disney program, so you can use your points to do Adventure by Disney trips. Normally, I think it's best to rent out your points and use the cash to book the Adventure by Disney, but definitely always check to make sure, because prices are always all over the place. It's more than just the parks as well. You've got the recreational activities around the resorts. You've got mini golf. You've got swimming pools, fitness centers, character meals. You've got cultural experiences at many of the resorts, like Animal Kingdom and Hawaii and Alani. And also, there's always lots of stuff to do with local attractions around all of these areas as well. So lots of stuff with DVC, lots of different choices. Again, I know I've mentioned it. I think I mentioned it last episode at some point, probably at this episode, that one of the best things about DVC is just all the options you have. Different rooms, different resorts, not just at Disney World, all over the place. Whether you're going to the beach or you want to be, hanging out in a wooded area of Hilton Head, relaxing in a hammock by a campfire. I mean, there's so many different choices. Plus, all the international stuff with Adventures by Disney. Lots and lots of great options.
Yeah, I mean, and one thing I'll say, like some people will say, well, DVC program is a cookie cutter program. It's, other people have it. It's a point system, use points. And to me, I mean, again, my opinion is it's not a cutter program. It's extremely unique, and it's not duplicated by anybody else. And the other thing is that to me, in my opinion, it would be hard pressed for you to find just two. Let's say there's at this point, I don't know, 350,000 DVC members. You'd be hard pressed to find two members that use their membership exactly the same. They just, because so I just want to say that because that's how unique it is. I mean, you just covered it.
Yeah, I mean, there's the people who come down. I know you said Ohio previously. There's people who come down from Ohio once a year and use their DVC. You've got people like us who are locals who use it for last minute stays or special events. Like we're supposed to go away for my wife's birthday, and my kids a lot of times for their birthday we'll go away for like one night or so, and they'll pick where they want to stay. Like there's all different ways to do it. But my son had a birthday party a couple years ago where we got a grand villa at Old Key West for the night, just because it was the least expensive option, and we had a bunch of little kids there, and everybody does it differently, and most people don't do it the same way every single time. There are some that, especially a lot of the old Key West owners who've been around forever. They love their old Key West. They just go there. But again, I'm using it to check out the new DVC, the cabins at Fort Wilderness, and then the next trip I'll be going for a night at Boardwalk, and then we'll be doing 2 nights at Polynesian because we had extra points and we're local. And my kids' birthday, they'll want to do Animal Kingdom. So like there are people who do it the same way, but there's also many, many, probably the most people who it's all over the place. Sometimes it's a studio, sometimes it's a cabin, sometimes it's a grand villa for a party. It's all over, all different resorts, all different choices.
Definitely. Thanks for watching. Leave us your comments.
Hope they made it through all that. Yes. There's a lot of stuff to go through.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching as always.